Recorded live from the engine room in Broad Ripple, this is the Voices of Indy live stream hosted by Josh Gillespie. Voices of Indy is a show dedicated to giving you the opportunity to know the musical, visual, and theatrical arts of Indianapolis, Indiana. This week's guest is R&B artist, soul singer, everything, hip hop. We got it all. It's your girl, Sounds of Shar'e.
Hey, Josh. How are you?
I am doing fine. How are you?
I'm doing amazing. I'm super excited and honored to be here with you. Good to see you again.
No, it is awesome to see you again. I did your show last week.
Yes.
And it was a blast being there at Rhymeside headquarters.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I'm going to get right into it. Let's just say, let's get the fun questions not out of the way, but let's get the stuff that people are used to hearing first out of the way, and then we can get to the rest of the conversation. So, first of all, tell people who is Sounds of Shar'e if they're not familiar with you, and who has been some of your inspirations, your musical inspirations.
So, Sounds of Shar'e, which is really funny. Good question. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Shar'e is actually my middle name, so that's actually not a made-up artist name. So that's actually my real middle name. And so Sounds of Shar'e, I am a singer, songwriter, a creative, a producer, of course, a entertainer, just all the way around.
You're your own brand.
Yeah,
all the way around.
I love it. I just say all around 360 entertainer is what Sounds of Shar'e is. But like my inspiration, I think like growing up in Germany, when I used to listen to Amy Grant and Sandy Patty and Dillon Richards, Anita Baker.
Oh, yeah.
Those were like my influences. Like when I would watch them perform and sing, like I just envisioned myself, doing what they were doing, performing and singing and dancing in music videos and that type of thing. So
that's so cool. And it's fascinating that you really do kind of do a whole lot of creative activity.
Yes.
And you are not just a performer.
Yeah.
But you are in marketing, production. You have your own business.
Yes.
You are kind of a Renaissance woman with everything that you do.
Thank you.
No, you're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah. So let's get into that a bit. What kind of got you into all of this? Because I mean, it kind of covers the gamut, really.
Yeah. So in 2010 is when I pretty much started my music career. It started with me going to karaoke, and I moved from Texas to here when I was going through my divorce and everything. And the first spot I came to here was Claude Nanny's, and
no way.
I met DJ White Chocolate. He's very well known here. And I did Maya, My Love Is Like Whoa. And after that, I mean, people were just like, oh my God, like, who are you? Where did you come from? And that was the first time I ever heard of even karaoke existing.
Oh, really?
And so, and I'm not a shy person. So I'll go anywhere, and sing and talk and everything. And so it just started from there. And then a gentleman by the name of Lyrical Twist, shouts out to him. He's my old CEO. He was, I was signed to his record label for a little while. So that's originally where I got my start with like being a registered artist, learning the business side of being an artist. And it just took off from there. And we used to be like a group, but not necessarily a group. It was just kind of like made up of 6 individual artists, and we, would perform and do shows together. And unfortunately, it just didn't end up working out.
Sure.
And I just amicably decided to part ways on good notes.
Yeah.
And just took my career by itself. And I ended up writing my first solo song, which was Cruisin 38, which you'll be able to see in the episode. I wrote that in 2015, and that's pretty much where I got my launch of my solo career. So I've been managing myself since then.
Really? You've been managing yourself?
Yes.
Wow. So in that time, you've recorded music. You've started your own business.
Yes.
You're an actress.
Yes. Which
we haven't even discussed. That's we're throwing other things on top of the pile here. You've acted in movies.
Yes.
So how did all of this come to be? I mean, has this been since 2015?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
So actually, um, 2015 is where I pretty much started as a field journalist with Gerald Wright with Amps
Okay.
magazine.
Mm-hmm.
And so like I said, I'm just pretty much like artsy fartsy when it comes to being creative. I love to discover other creatives, and I got my start there and was able to interview my first two Grammy Award winners, which was Fred Hammond and Leandria Johnson.
Very
So those were my
cool.
first two interviews ever to launch my career in the field
Yeah.
journalism. And then from there, I was like, I've always wanted my own talk show. Because I think before we were even talking about on your segment that I loved watching Entertainment Tonight back in the 80s. So as a
Mm-hmm.
little girl, I was like, oh, I want to, do interviews, and, I want to be, like Miss Hart and interview the Grammy Award winners and things like
Yeah.
that, and just discover, the pop-in people of the world in their different eras, of creativity. And so it just took off from there. And I'm very theatrical. I love to just, even with singing, you can be somebody, you get to be somebody else. And
Mm-hmm.
so it just kind of just goes hand in hand. And so I would just look for opportunities, and I submit my own contracts and type of my own emails, and just wait to hear back from people. And then that's how I get my opportunities.
That you are a dog to get all this stuff because I mean seriously, you got a lot going on. And you were most recently in a movie.
Yes.
Let's talk about that for a second.
So cool.
So, what was the name of the movie and what was it about?
So the name of the movie is Steal the Blue Shield. Shouts out to Jeffrey Clark Payne. He's actually a saxophone player.
Oh, no way.
Yes, very, very, very dope. So it's called Steal the Blue Shield, and it's pretty much about a police officer that grew up kind of like in a rough neighborhood and turned out to be an officer. And pretty much his lieutenant was a crooked cop.
Okay.
And can't give it away too much.
No.
But you just got to see it. It's really dope. And it came out in theaters and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, just pretty much trying to build up my IMDb credits with the acting.
Sure.
And
what was your role in the movie?
So my role was Loud Woman number 1. So yeah, that was my character name, is Loud Woman number 1.
Okay.
And so I play pretty much a unruly customer inside of a restaurant.
Gotcha. Okay. Is this your first acting gig, or is this something that you've done before?
So it's my first movie role.
Okay.
I was in a stage play called Not My Baby with Miss Resnover. I can't never remember her first name, sorry, but Mrs. Resnover, and it was called Not My Baby, probably like 7 years ago.
Okay.
About like 6.5 years ago.
Sure.
And that was like my first acting, in public. But like for the movies, this was my first movie. Shouts out to Cora Magary. She's the owner of Mahaba by Cora. She's a fashion designer, but she turned it into it's a short film, but it's launching as well. So that's coming out in October. I starred in that. So
very cool.
We already shot the scenes for that and everything. And then, yeah, just seeing where I can go next.
How do you just, I mean, you don't stumble into these things. I mean,
yeah.
Does it really clearly you're putting in the legwork to get these roles.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, how do you find out about roles like with Theo the Blue Shield or with this other opportunity? Like, how do you find out about these?
It's the networking. You have to be a personable person. And you can't be afraid in this industry. You have to be very well spoken, and present yourself in a business manner. And I actually met Jeff a couple of years back when I was managing it's called the Retreat USA, Marquis Wilder. I met Jeff through Marquis Wilder, and we've just been like click tight since then. And he supports my music, and I support his music. And he did a casting call, and he actually wrote my part into the film.
Really?
Yeah, he was like, sis, I want to give you a role. He's like, I want to give you a role. And we went and we all did our script read and everything, and he loved it. So it just went from there. And then I've actually done some brand ambassador work in modeling for Cora. So that's pretty, so it's almost like a scary, fashiony.
You got modeling in there too?
Yes. Yes, I do professionally model.
Does it ever stop with Sounds of Shar'e?
It doesn't stop. I don't need it to stop. I haven't hit the millions yet. Beyonce doesn't know me yet, so I can't stop yet.
No, it can't stop yet. No, absolutely not. And check out, just real quick, check out Sounds of Shar'e show. And she's had Jeffrey on the program. I remember catching that episode.
Yes, thank you for watching.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thank you.
I'm not watching just because I was a guest, folks. But heck, if you want to check that out, check out her show where I was a guest. That's right.
Absolutely. And that was amazing.
That was a fun show.
That was really fun.
That was a lot of fun. Now, let's talk about like music in general. And, well, one thing before we get into that, I do want to mention that not former, but previous guest, Voices of Indy guest, Reckless Rhymicide is also in.
Woo, yes.
Also in Theo the Blue Shield.
Absolutely, yep.
So
shout out to the homie. Yeah, he's so dope.
He is. And he was a wonderful guest on this show. And honestly, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't know about you.
Exactly. And vice versa, because he's like, I'm going on Voices of Indy. I'm like, oh, okay, I'll make sure I watch it. And that was a really, really good episode. And so, I mean, just from there, I'm like, okay, I have to have him on my show because I want to discover what you have going on, you know.
Well, thank you.
Because he was like, oh yeah, he's a dope artist too. I'm like, and he's an artist? I'm like, oh yeah. Let's get him on the schedule. So, yeah, absolutely. That's how creativity and entertainment works. Like, you'll just constantly meet the dopest people.
Oh my goodness! And tell me about some of the people. And we're going to get back to the music here in a bit. But tell me about some of the people that you've met that you've really kind of enjoyed the process. Like you were surprised you got to meet them, and I feel like I got more questions coming. But let's address this one first. Who's been one of the biggest people that you've come across
in Indy or
just in general in your entire time as an entertainer, marketer, model, actress, everything extraordinaire? Sounds of Shar'e. Yeah. Like what's been the moment where you're like, holy crap, I'm actually onto something here pretty cool.
There is I can't even just pick one, Lord Jesus.
Well then,
let's see.
Well, give me a couple. We got time. Let's talk.
So, Nicole Renee is Passion for Fashion. I don't know if you ever heard of Passion for Fashion Week, but it's a super huge thing. And so this was when I first got back into modeling. This was actually my first gig. And it was House of Chapel. He's actually a A-list star fashion designer.
No way.
Yes, Google him. He's amazing. I mean, he's up there in the Paris Fashion Weeks and the New York Fashion Weeks. Well, he came here for an exclusive, they call it a private trunk show. So we were out at this mansion and there was, lawyers and doctors. And so they do what's called they bring private pieces and they auction it off and to the exclusive. And so I got chosen to walk for that, and it was only there was only 3 of us models there.
Really?
So yes. And meeting House of Chapel was like, oh my God, I'm like, what?
One of the tops in the industry. And it just went
from there. Yeah. Yes, he's definitely, oh God, yeah. His fashion is Jesus Christ. They're in magazines. They're he's a really huge name in the awesome. Fashion industry. So that was one of my, it's just, God, it's so many.
What's another one? You feel like you got a bunch of stories.
Let's see. Nikki Blaine. She actually, she designed, and sponsored, custom designed my gown for the red carpet when we did the Blue Shield, because he did a super huge red carpet media event, and so she styled me for that. Sponsored my look from head to toe, and it was flawless. So that was really cool. Do you watch Black Ink?
I'm aware of Black Ink.
Okay. Yes. So I was able to have, so I've had BMF on my talk show.
No way.
Yeah, I've had BMF. Alex from Black Ink New York was on there. Ghost, he's from Black Ink Orlando. I've had some really, really cool people I've interviewed.
You really have.
I mean, like, I've had
and you've taken the show on the road recently.
Oh, yes. Shouts out to the McGowans. Yes. In Rodanthe, North Carolina, we did a cooking show segment out there on them. Because I want to, like, I do, cover entertainment, but I would love to see, like, some of the shows that I cover on some of the dopest chefs around the world, like, to be on Food Network one day. So, that was, like, really cool. But I meet some of the dopest people, even local people. Like, I love Anna Owen. Shouts out to Anna Owens.
She's been a guest on the show, too.
I know. Yeah, I watched her segment. She's a doll, baby.
She is.
She's a doll, baby. Of course, rhyme aside, there's the Harris sisters, Nika Harris, Jennifer, Rachel. I met some really dope people. Young Jock. I got to meet Young Jock. I did some film for Young Dro when he came to O'Day Event Center. So I get some exclusive stuff going on.
You do.
I get to do some cool stuff.
Is this just because, like, you've been in the industry for so long? Like, do people, like, call you up and be like, Sounds of Shar'e, I want you in this?
Yeah, sometimes, yes. Yeah.
And other times you're just hustling.
Yeah, other times it's what I do. I mean, that it comes with what a manager would do if I didn't manage myself. I just know how to, conduct business and talk proper and type up properly, explain contracts, and I come with my own numbers. I just know how to handle business. And so, like, I'm just one of those people that's like, if I can represent and do it myself and cut out the middleman, it's expensive.
Yeah.
If I hired somebody to do everything I do, it would be really expensive. So I'm just like, I could do it. Like,
I was just about to say,
on a certain level, but hopefully I can make it super big one day, and then somebody else can actually.
I was just about to say, like, what made you decide? What made you decide to be your own manager initially? Like, was it just because management?
Because I like to do what I want to do.
Okay, yeah,
yeah. It's like, if I want to release something now, I can release it now. I can, nobody can shelve me. When you get into management, or you have, somebody that even maybe manages other artists, they pick and choose who gets pulled off the shelf first. And, you have to sit around the table and have meetings about, okay, let's all agree on if we're going to do. And I'm like, I want to do it now. Like, I want to release it now. I want to, and just go and flow with it. And I think over the years, I just learned and watched and listened to some of the top people. And I just pretty much took heed to what they said.
Do you find that is there a way, I guess I got the question here. It's working its way out. Trust me. But, like, have you found yourself taking people under your wing during this time to be like, if you want to get into this, this is what you need to know? Like, because I feel like you've seen the good times and the hard times when you're doing this yourself.
Absolutely. I do, but I don't do it for free.
Sure.
I do charge a $75 hour consultation fee because it's business. At the end of the day, entertainment is business. And so it really just goes to show, like, who takes their brand and their career serious. You have to pay for it, whether it's with me or somebody bigger, which by then it's like $250 an hour to even talk to somebody that's at that level. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Have I given some people opportunities? Yeah, I have. But, everybody doesn't take it serious. And I can't babysit everybody. You know what I mean? No. Like, you have to be, you have to give it as much as I'm giving you. And I have, I've worked with DJs. I've worked, because I'm a booking agent. And so I book gigs for clients. I book for models. I book for artists. I book, for outside clients in entertainment. But, I don't want to take anybody necessarily, like, under my wing too much because it can be a heavy load.
Yeah.
And it almost sometimes people just don't really understand, I think, the business side of things, and they just want to be the artist that shows up and just perform. But I'm like, there's so much that goes into it. You have to be bred to serve, and you have to be, I don't have free time. I think that's just, the bottom line. I don't really have free time to, like, take anybody under my wing, because I've done it a couple times, and then I learned my lesson then, and that's when I started saying, like, oh, okay, well, if I just charge a fee, then at least if they don't take my services or continue, then at least I got paid for my time that I spent 2 hours talking to you.
No, that makes sense. That makes complete sense. That makes complete sense. So if I can, real quick here, artist development.
Yes.
Singer-songwriter, model, marketer, actress. Yeah. I'm going to run out of fingers here before too long.
What do you say on my show? No, start.
No, exactly.
I love that. I've been saying that.
Start.
I love
it. So let's get back to the music. I mean, the one thing I'm loving about this interview so far is that it hasn't been just exclusively about music. We've covered so many different things, but in the next segment, I want to talk about a couple of upcoming performances.
Yeah.
But I want to talk to you just real quick about the music. And what, I mean, you mentioned the karaoke.
Yeah.
But what drew you into the music? Like, what made you decide this is where I want to be and this is how I want to start my career in entertainment?
I was 3.
Really?
Yes, I was 3 years old. Like, that is the magic number. Any interview I've ever done, my biography, like everything started at 3. My dreams of being an entertainment started at 3 years old, literally.
Wow.
I used to just dream of just performing. Like, it never went away. It never went away. I used to take towels and put them on my hair so I could have long hair like Amy Grant, and I would like prance around the living room. Like, my mom has so many videos from like the 80s and 90s, just running around with a spritz bottle. Like, every time the video camera was on, I was in front of it dancing and singing. I remember even dancing around because my parents, shouts out to Pastor Joseph and Gail Reeves, love them to death. Like, my parents, they still even have like the Jackson 5 original vinyl record. Oh. And so I remember, so it's the Christmas album, the one that they recorded.
Yeah.
And so I used to just always sing those songs off of there. Like, I'm infatuated with music. It's just like the gateway to like your feelings. Like, it can either make you sad, it can it can make you happy, it can make you a deep thinker, it can make you feel like you're in love with somebody. It's just, it's just all kinds of feelings. And like, it's just always been a good feeling when I heard music since the age of 3. And so I've always dreamed it. And I'm just literally doing every single thing, even when my mom has done interviews or have talked to people, about me, I am literally doing every single thing I ever dreamed of, literally.
Wow.
Since 3.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's not many people can say that.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
It is. God is good.
God is good.
He is, like, not to be too spiritual, but no, really, it's really cool to be able to still be able to live. And I mean, just like, I'm grown now. Like, I'm about to be 40. My parents are still here to live to see me live my dreams. They actually got to go to North Carolina with me because my mom has her own talk show.
No way.
She does. It's called The Gabby Gale Show. So she covers anything that's an inspirational story. But so yeah, she did the cooking show with me. But like, I love it.
That is amazing. That is tremendous. So we're about to hear a couple of tracks, some great tracks, I guess, because we heard it. Honestly, we recorded this ahead of time. Not gonna fool anybody into thinking that this is recorded live.
Yeah.
But we heard them and the songs are awesome.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. So what are the songs that you're performing for us tonight?
Cruisin 38th, which was actually my first single, launched in 2015, and then Cloud 9, I wrote that in 2016.
So tell us a little bit about Cloud 9 before we hear it, because that's the first track that you sing for us.
Yes.
What was the inspiration behind that? What's the story behind Cloud 9?
So Cloud 9 was written about my ex.
Oh.
Yeah. All my songs are real life stories. They actually happened. In the beginning of the song, I say, about let me tell you about a guy I met the other day. He was looking real fine when he looked my way. That's one of the songs that I had. It's called "It's Poppin'," but that even is about Cloud 9. It's like an extended version of it. But yeah, it was about an ex. He made me feel like I was on Cloud 9 at the time. I thought I was in love. I was freshly out of my divorce. You know, we were together 14 years, and like, he was my second relationship ever in life. And so I thought I was in there, you know. And then, I mean, you know, because people can give you the inspiration. Like, people, you know, sometimes hit your soul, and it's like, oh, you just make me want to write a song. Even if it didn't work out, you know what I mean? Like, he was the inspiration behind Cloud 9. And I actually did. I met him in college, and that's part of the second verse on Cloud 9. But yeah, that's where that inspiration came from.
Cool. Do you ever find that your songs, like, as you get older, that some songs that you've written in the past take on different meanings? Or you can assign different meanings to them?
No, not necessarily.
Really? Okay.
No, they just are what they are.
Okay.
It's just, you know, it's like that song meant what it meant then.
Sure.
And it's just that. Like, it was that. I was on Cloud 9 back then, and now I'm not. Well, I'm not with him. With my husband, I am.
Say,
but
you know, so I had to married right now.
I had to fix that. Sorry. But yeah, so yep.
All right. Well, excellent. Well, we will be right back. We are going to hear a couple of great tracks, but before we do, this next segment is brought to you by Indianapolis Independent Entertainment. And IIE LLC aims to help local DIY artists, freelancers, and businesses within Indianapolis by establishing a network of creatives who can connect with each other to generate more paying opportunities. Their goal is to eliminate some of the intimidating barriers within the entertainment industry and expand the local art and music scenes in Indianapolis. Interested individuals can learn more about IIE by visiting their website, www.indyent.com. That's INDYINDIEENT.com, and fill out a free application to discuss how you and IIE can redefine making it together. We'll be right back.
If he was taken, cause to me it seemed he was single for the night. From the way he looked at me, smiled at me, I could tell that he wanted me. Yes, it is true, it is cool. Come and walk to me, I wanna talk to you. Ooh. Boy, you should know that you are so fine, and all your dancing, I wanna get to know you more. And if should be a question, never had a girl like me. I want to get to know you more. Ooh, baby. Shout out to Big B, Matt, Franklin, on the ones and the twos down. Hey, shout out to Voices of Indy. You know how we do. This is an ode to 38th Street. The way you make me feel inside and out, I can't even explain. It's my, oh my. You make me wanna take a ride tonight, so we can escape this feeling that we're feeling. Baby, won't you take a ride, Come and ride with me. Inside my ride. Come and ride with me. It's getting late, the clock is winding down, so I'll be on my way. Quick, the sun's no longer shining. I called him on the phone and said, come on now, 'cause I'm in your driveway. We kissed and headed straight for downtown. Me and baby took a ride down 38. We're now on Illinois, watching those drop tops now. Come and ride with me. There's no other place that I would rather be than right here with baby reclining. 38. To go cruising down 38. Away. Past this Arlington stoplight where the car wash is. Can't you just imagine you're cruising down 38 away? Come and ride with me. Don't it feel so good inside my ride? Come and ride with me.
This segment was brought to you by Engine Room Recording Company, and they are located in Broad Ripple Village, just north of downtown Indianapolis, and they specialize in making your projects go. Podcasters, bands, audiobookers, rappers, singers, songwriters, and everyone in between, the Engine Room Recording Company has the experience, the engineers, the equipment, and the environment to fuel your projects. Check out Broad Ripple's recording studio by visiting for more information on their services, artists they've recorded, and gear they have at engineroomrecordingcompany.com. And be sure to visit their Instagram page by searching up at Engine Room Recording Co. And welcome back. We had just heard a couple of great tracks, Cloud9 and Cruisin' 38th by Sounds of Shar'e. Thank you again for being on the show this week.
Thank you so much for having me.
And
so honored.
You did a really catchy tune there at the end with Cruisin' 38th. It's a vibe.
Thank you so much.
It's a total vibe.
Thank you.
So you were saying off camera that you actually wrote that while you were on 38th Street.
Yes. So, absolutely. I actually was by 38th and Keystone when I wrote that song.
Really?
Yes. I was actually riding in the car with my guy friend at that time.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you can tell it's it's one of those songs that I feel like, you can see the video of people just kind of hanging out the back of a rag top.
That would have been kind of bad, eh?
Yeah, no, that was, and just kind of truly just cruising down, cruising 38th Street.
Which is so funny because after that, I actually do have the music video. So it's on YouTube, Cruisin 38th. And after that video was made, the producer, shouts out to Stephen Lester, who's in Washington, D.C. now with his career.
Cool.
But there's a sign that actually says, like, right by, like, 38th and Meadows, no cruising.
Really?
It's actually in the music video. Which is when we first noticed that it says no cruising. So that's like a little funny insider.
So that's actually a thing. People do cruise 38.
Oh, it used to be a hit. Oh, yeah. 38th Street was like a Vegas strip. Like back in 2009, 2010, around that time. It was like the it place to be, literally drop tops. And it wasn't like as bad as it is now. You don't want to be caught dead cruising over there. But, I mean, the cars would be at like Long John Silver's or BP. I mean, like literally up and down 38th Street. And it just was a good time. Like people would ride with their windows down at summertime, pull over to the lot, hit it up with some friends. Yeah.
Yes, it is a summertime vibe.
Yeah. It just makes you want to cruise like on a night, just a summery night with the roof back and you're with your boo thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, exactly. So I want to talk now about you. You have a couple of exciting opportunities coming up here.
Yes.
One that we share.
Yeah.
And one that you just announced. Yes. One that you just announced on your show with me.
Yes.
Which was very exciting. But first, let's talk about Slamology.
Oh, yes.
Is this your first Slamology?
This is my first Slamology, and I'm like super geeked. I was going to do the bikini contest, but I figured I'd just stick to the singing.
I mean, hey, you can, if you could do both.
I might do both. I told you I'm on my Beyonce stuff this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
So how did you get involved with Slamology? And I presume it's through Rhymicide, but
it is. And it's so funny that you said that because like people tend to like group us in like a group and we literally only have like one song together, which is even funnier because we just recorded our song Something Different this year. And so that was our first song together. But yeah, like ever since then, like people are like, oh, you guys are a group. And I'm like, no, we're not a group. But yeah, so Rhymicide actually performed there last year. And then because we have the song together, we've been pushing it really hard, going really extra with it, performing it everywhere we can perform it. And so that's just like our it anthem. It's we're gonna shoot the music video over this summer. But yeah, so I met Rob through Rhymicide.
Yeah. And you're also sharing the stage with DJ Whodunit Beats.
Yes.
And what's your relationship with him? I mean,
he actually is my engineer.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
He actually did the beat for Something Different, and he's actually featuring on my other track, my 808. That's
nice.
One of the new tracks. So we'll be performing I'll be performing 2 of my new tracks there. I'm actually doing 3 songs for Slamology, but 2 of those will be featuring Kelvin, Rhymicide, and then DJ Whodunit. Yep. That
is so you be sharing the stage and doing your thing while you got the guys in the background. Being
hot toddies, my props.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
live props.
Yeah, they're there to support you.
Absolutely, yeah, yep. And then it's so cool because like I write without music, so I write 98% of my songs without music.
Really?
Yeah, it's easier for me.
That's fascinating.
Yeah, So when I go in to record with DJ Whodunit, like he literally builds the beat to me singing it to him.
Really?
I do all my songs like that. Like Cloud9 was written that way. Cruisin 38th was written that way. And then I go into the studio. For one, it's kind of legally a good thing for me because it stops me from buying a leased beat,
Oh, okay. I follow.
Because now I know that it's authentic. And that's actually my beat. And that's a lot of things like what happens in Hollywood with artists trying to get the rights back to their music and all that kind of carrying on. Like, I own all my masters, all my music, all my everything.
Yeah.
Everything, yeah.
That's the way it needs to be.
Absolutely, yeah.
I
it's too important not to. It's our, we're the creatives. Like, it's our stuff. Yeah.
It is our stuff.
Can't take it from me, boo.
No,
it's literally mine.
I'm sorry, but I'm just still floored by the whole, like, you write without music. And so, like, do you have a flow or a feel in your mind when you're writing, or do you just like does it just come naturally? I mean, because for me,
it's so weird. It's random. Like, when I was driving down 38th Street, like, I literally just start humming, and it's also weird because for some reason I always come up with the hook first.
Okay, yeah.
I come up with the hook first, and then I literally build my songs around that hook. And it always starts, I'm always humming. I even hum when I don't know that I'm humming. And it just goes from there. Like, I don't know, like, and I could be anywhere. Like, I've been at work before. I've been in the car. I mean, I've been in the bed, and it's just one of those things. It's like, get the paper.
Yeah, like, when inspiration strikes.
So, and sometimes I'll even take my cell phone and I'll just record myself so I don't lose the tempo. Because sometimes as artists, like, our mind is so overclouded with creativity. You don't want to lose what you have. At least record yourself. Hit the record button on your phone. Text it to yourself so you don't lose, Yeah, but yeah, it's always, it takes me longer to write if I hear a beat than just to write it myself. Yeah,
sure.
It's weird, I guess.
Yeah. No, thank you for explaining that, because it just kind of blows my mind how different people write.
Yeah,
and
because we were talking about that.
Yeah, because I write with the music first. The music always comes first.
Yeah.
So I get stumped when if I don't have music, then there's nothing being written.
Yeah.
So that's just fascinating.
Yeah, it's very, very cool.
Well, jumping ahead to your other big announcement.
Yes.
Now, this was huge.
It's not
that. You get more time at Slamology, I think, but this is big time.
Yeah.
Especially within the Black community in Indianapolis.
Absolutely.
Like, you are playing the Indianapolis Black Expo.
Yay!
That is awesome.
Yes.
That is awesome. How did that come about?
So, like I said, networking back and forth, me and Rhyme Side, we're always giving each other opportunities, letting each other know, like, hey, they got something coming up. You might want to put in, submit your music. You might, and it's like, it's one of those things where it's a cross network. It's like, if I have opportunities, I let him in on it because we have that song together. And so it's like, if you get chosen, I automatically get to come because guess what? We're going to perform that song. If I get chosen, guess what? You get to automatically come because we're going to perform that song. And so that's how it worked. And so he pretty much was like, hey, Black Expo's coming up, submit your stuff. And that was like months ago. I totally forgot about it. And they emailed me one day. It was just like, hey, you've been chosen to perform. And I was like, oh, okay, sweet. I totally forgot I even...
That had to be
submitted.
That had to be
to even do it.
Yeah, but that had to be one awesome surprise.
It was. I'm so ready for the millions. I'm ready to perform in front of millions. Like, so this is going to be really, really huge for me.
I mean, that is going to be an amazing crowd.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Get
ready because the style of music is definitely going to be something y'all haven't heard at Expo. Yeah, absolutely.
Really?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Learn something new all the time. No, this is exciting. And so actually you and Rhyme Aside will both be at Black Expo this year.
We both get our own individual 10-minute sets because we're not a group.
Because you're not a group. They're not a group.
You gotta say 3 times.
Yeah, they're not a group.
He's the homie,
No, he is
not knocking him, but yeah, you still it's all about the respect of people knowing like, hey, they are solo artists, and so I'm super geeked about it. I mean, like, I'm just ready.
Now, that, again, I can't even fathom just how awesome this experience is. It could be for you, will be for you.
Well, I've modeled. I walked the runway. Rest in peace. Yes. Shouts out to Beatrice Williams.
Mm-hmm.
Miss B, she was super dope fashion designer. I actually got to walk for her in Black Expo 2 years ago. So
oh, really?
yeah. So yeah, I was able to model there. So now this year I get to sing.
Your 3-year-old self is just going insane.
I mean, I'm like a kid. Like I'm literally, and it's like one of those things that's like, how awesome is that you get to live your dreams? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like when you see it coming to fruition, it's like, wow, I'm like literally doing, like I've dreamed of performing in front of people, and you know, I've performed in front of thousands of people already, you know. So it just seems like every opportunity is just getting bigger and bigger.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully one day I'll be somewhere like on VH1 or MTV or I don't know.
Well,
Tune into Voices of Indy so y'all can see us.
That's right. It's like you heard her here, not first, but not first, because if you're checking out Sounds of Shar'e, then you're also checking out the show, so you're hearing her there. But you're hearing some awesome tunes, is what you're hearing.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. I just, you know, I guess, where do you see yourself going next? Where do you know, as you continue to push forward?
Mm-hmm.
What are you trying to get exposure outside the state? Where?
Oh, absolutely.
I know you've taken your show on the road.
Yeah.
But like, when does the singing show go on the road?
Man, I don't know. Like you just, it just, I guess like for me, it just will have to make sense. Like I'm all about touring and traveling and things like that, because you definitely have to go out. I am networking with someone in Atlanta. So shouts out to Pinky Red and Donald Martin. He's actually one of my clients.
Nice.
Getting a billboard down there, because I believe in pre-marketing. So I believe that if I get, you know, seen there and on a billboard with my music links and things like that, you know, now I can build up the anticipation. So when I do finally get there, they're like, oh, so your Sounds of Shar'e, you know. So I try to mostly like find DJs, literally just Googling up DJs in Atlanta, DJs in New York, DJs in London, you know, and just go from there. Like, it's the DJs that are going to get your music.
Yeah.
You know, I tell artists all the time, it's link with the DJs. They are the ones that are going to be the ones to get your music heard, you know? And so, yeah, I definitely look forward to taking my music over the road. Like I said, I did actually do a surprise performance at in Rodanthe, North Carolina. Actually did some country music.
Yeah.
So I love country music. So, yeah, just whenever I can get out of here. Get out of here. But yeah, I kind of take opportunities wherever I can. So just like the purpose to go to Rodanthe, North Carolina was to do the cooking show. But while I'm there, I'm going to network. So while I'm there, I'm going to sing. I'm going to make sure I can, you know, pass out flyers and pass out materials, you know. And so that just kind of builds up, you know, for, you know, future
endeavors.
Yes, that. I can't even get it out.
No, it's okay.
Yes.
So basically, when you make it big in Atlanta, I feel like that's probably making it big. That's when you're making it big everywhere.
I know, right?
Then don't forget us.
Oh, absolutely not.
You're back in Indy, back Voices of Indy.
I'm looking for people like. I would love for you to play guitar for me.
Oh.
Like I mean, I'm always looking for, you know, people to you know, link with. I don't have a band. Like I used to have a band, and but you know, I would love to do some, you know, even just record some music and just have you playing your guitar in it. Like I definitely am
we'll have to make that happen
a new
sometime.
admirer of your music. Yeah.
Well, thank you.
And I loved your performance on my show.
I did. It was a lot of fun.
It was fun. You did that. I loved it. Yeah.
Thank you.
I loved it.
And I got to model that new hat.
You did.
And I love that hat. I was so I went on to the Sounds of Shar'e show, and she gifted me a fantastic hat. That has my name on it.
Yeah.
And I was telling her that when I got home, you know, my 7-year-old, she eyed it, and she's like, "You got a new hat, didn't you?" I said, "Yes, I did." I said, "It was a gift."
Yeah.
She's like, "Can I wear it?" I said, "Yes, you may."
Aww.
So,
Aww.
So that has been a popular item around the house.
Oh, cool.
Yes. Gosh, I feel like we're just barely scratching the surface here.
I know. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
because it's so much.
There really is. I wouldn't necessarily go out on the limb and say that you're an enigma because you're letting everybody know who you are.
Yeah.
But you're like an onion. You peel back a layer. There's something else there.
I love onions.
I love onions too.
Put it in everything.
Yeah. But seriously, it's like there's just so much there that like you don't stop.
Yeah. It's just all intertwined. So that's why like a lot of people are like, oh my God, you do so much. Like, oh, how are you not tired? And I'm like, it kind of just plays into itself. It's like, okay, entertainment, talk show, performing. It goes hand in hand. Like I literally started my talk show from being a singer first. So it was like, okay, I can sing, but then turn it into like a talk show and then I can cover other entertainers. While still keeping the Sounds of Shar'e brand. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just, I don't know, it just kind of like trickles after one and the other. It's like, okay, modeling, singing, acting, it all just kind of goes hand in hand, you know? So.
Man, I tell you, I get overwhelmed just having the podcast and doing music.
Oh, yeah?
I mean, it just, I couldn't imagine adding more stuff to that. There's just so much.
And then managing myself. I really don't know. I don't know. I'll get it done, honey. Well, probably because my kids are grown now. So
yeah,
I kind of, you have the little ones. So,
I still got them all at home.
Yeah.
All 5 of them.
Yeah, we have nobody at home. Like, it's just me and my husband. So, the grandkids are with their parents. I mean, my kids are grown. So it's like I have nothing. Like, if I don't have the energy now, it's like, what are you doing? You know what I mean?
No, exactly.
So, like, there's nothing for me to do but to keep going and to keep, furthering my career. So, like, now is the perfect time, because the kids are gone and now I can go, like, full throttle. So,
no, you really can.
Yeah.
So what is one thing about Sounds of Shar'e that we haven't discussed that you feel people should know about you as a human? First and foremost, I mean, because we know what you are, but as a person, what should we know about Sounds of Shar'e?
I am a very loving, understanding, social butterfly.
You are. I picked up on the social butterfly.
Oh, definitely, yeah. I don't go anywhere and meet a stranger. I love people. I love people. I love going to different places and, oh God, I'm in so many pictures with just people, just random people. I'm a servant. So I'm a servant of people. Like I love to, like I've always either been in customer service or I've been a server. Like I'm one of those people, that, I want to know how your day was going. Like, hey, did you find everything okay? You having a good time? Great. Let me, and so I'm definitely that's something that a lot of people don't know about me. Or I guess you do, really.
We do now.
You do now. Yeah,
absolutely.
I don't know. I love people.
Oh,
and I love to meet new people and especially when I go somewhere and find out what people do or they find out what I do. I mean, it just turns into a good time.
Sure. All right. Yeah. Well, I ask all my guests. This is almost like kind of like a final question.
Oh, cool.
But is there anything that we have missed? Because I don't want to miss anything, but I feel like we have. Like I said, we felt like we just scratched the surface with you.
Oh,
but
God.
Is there anything that we've missed that you feel like you want to get out there, let people know, that you want to promote, that whatever it's a show, a song, a movie, a play, or what? All the things that you do. What's coming up for Sounds of Shar'e?
What's coming up, I would just say stay tuned to my website, soundsofshare.net. Follow me on all social media, Sounds of Shar'e. I've been getting my IMDb credits for producing, a casting director, and acting. So I've been building up, just trying to build up my credits and get noticed for my production work. So, that's really, I'm gearing towards being the film writer, being a movie, writing a movie, because I'm a very descriptive writer.
Mm-hmm.
And so even taking my short stories and my poems and, things like that in my creativity, like I would love to make like scary movies. Like I'm really big into film.
Yeah.
Because I'm a videographer, so I film like weddings and I do videos and I cover, media. But yeah, that I would just say, like, stay tuned. Just stay tuned to me, because I just always have things coming up, like super duper dope things. Yeah, it's just.
All right.
I got it so much.
No, it is. It is
so much stuff.
It is so much stuff. It is so much stuff. And I want to say one last plug for this Saturday, June 10th at 1:30.
Yes.
On the main stage, Sounds of Shar'e, DJ Who Done It Beats, Reckless Rhymicide, and I think there's one more with you guys.
Rave the Babe. And she is LAB.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
She's
she
so
is
bad.
Lab. Yes.
She's a doll. Like, it's some dope people here.
Okay. And immediately following this lady is me. All right. In my band.
Oh, yeah.
Josh Gillespie and the Nomad Collective. So here's the deal, folks. Now, to get tickets to Slamology, they're $15.
Yep.
But to get tickets to Slamology, you actually have to come to us to get them.
Yeah.
So go visit soundsofshare.net.
Yes.
Get in contact with Sounds of Shar'e.
Yep.
Or contact me. But because she's the guest on this episode, contact her. Because the way this works is that we split.
Yeah.
We get 50% of each ticket that we sell. So because we're sharing the stage, it would just be cool. Help support local artists in this way.
Absolutely.
So
and we're not just local, we're dope.
So dope.
You can be local,
so dope.
but are you dope?
Oh man. Thank you
so much for having me.
You are welcome.
Such a rad dad.
This has been a fantastic show. This is Sounds of Shar'e. Stay tuned. Next week we will have Macy Ann as our next guest. I'm very excited. It's going to be a tremendous show. It's actually going to be an all-girls month this month.
Well, I mean, we run the world anyway. But
Yeah,
yes,
right.
Go ahead and give us a month.
It's you owe more. You've earned more than a month for sure.
Absolutely.
But June is going to be All Women Month on Voices of Indy. It's very exciting.
Nice. So that's why I'm here.
That is why.
Because I'm a woman.
Yes.
Am I your first woman on the guest?
No.
On the show?
No,
for the month of June.
Oh, for the month of June? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are. You're definitely the first guest. All right. So that's going to do it for us this week. Thank you for tuning in. We'll be back again next week, again with our guest, Macy Ann, and we'll see you then.